Fellas, I've gathered you here today to watch my greatest TF2 clip of all time. The guys on r/TF2 called it stupid, but I think they're stupid, okay? They wouldn't know a good clip if it hit them in the side of the head. Alright, get ready, prepare yourself.
That is from a funny video. Funny video from a horse.
Whoa. What the fuck was that? That's just not gonna work for me. We gotta do an in-depth breakdown. Starting off here, rounding the corner on front here. One, rocket jump into the air. Boom. Chest bump with the scout. Important detail. Misfire at the medic. Don't worry about that. Gotta get airborne. Oh, and he's gonna land on the demo. Only touched the demo. He didn't take him out yet. Boom. Sniper with the assist. See, that's the teamwork. You gotta have that. Launched into the air. One B-hop by the enemy soldier. Boom. Right there. Without missing a beat. Alright. That's 2 in 1. That's 2 for 1 special. You're not gonna see that every day. Alright? Now, what did you notice in that clip? Were you worried about my FOV? Were you worried about the mods I had on for the first person view? Were you worried about that? No. Should have been worried about the awesome frag I just hit. But that's besides the point. The dudes on Reddit did not enjoy it, man. 5 upvotes and 15 comments. Should I just go fuck myself or something? I even lied in the description trying to get a little engagement, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't know what happened. Does anyone want to correct me? I do know what happened. What happened was that awesome breakdown I just gave you 2 seconds ago. Nobody in the comments was right. They're like, oh, you can get launched into the air and then you can... No, that's not what happened, dude. I B-hopped. If I had a demo, I could have shown you. There was a B-hop there. Boom. Into boom. Ignore the gunshots in the back. Don't worry about that. They're like, oh. Bro, what the fuck are they shooting at back there, bro? I get some flack. Like, oh, your FOV is too high. Whatever, bro. There's people who play on default settings. There's people who play on min mode. There's people who play our favorite 20-year-old video game with no view models. At all. Nothing. Just going off pure brain power, remembering what they had out. I respect that. That's just the vanilla options. I'm not going to get the amount of custom stuff you can do to your game. Yet. All of which I think are pretty cool. Those custom models. Those hand-drawn view models that Lazy Purple made popular. What's that series called? How It Feels. Bro. In that series, uses those hand-drawn view models. Those are so cool. I think someone's working on making those into a real thing you can play with. That is going to be really cool. I've played this game a really long time. Not going to lie. I've gotten a little bored of the stock animations. I've gotten a little bored of the original just being a dick, swinging between my legs there. I've gotten a little bored of it. Alright, I want to switch it up here and there, make it a little flashier. I switched to the reanimation by Kylo in 2020, never looked back. I had so much more swag on all of my clips. To me, which is what matters. It was to me. I wasn't clipping for you guys, it was for me. You can actively make your game look more dog shit if you want. A lot of people do that. These spy mains, for example. Spy mains mangle the video game, alright? They mangle the game so they can reach your butt just a little better. And it got me thinking how no one in any round of TF2 is looking at the same thing. No one is looking at the same thing at any given moment of time. And to expand on that, we've all seen the Uncle Dane clip. It's the intro of that one video. Teamwork is an illusion. The intro to that video, he says, no one in any round of TF2 has the same goals until the lady over the loudspeaker goes,
mission ends in 60 seconds.
Everyone is in their own little world.
Nobody has the same goals. Nobody's seeing the same game. We're all playing different versions of Team Fortress 2. I kind of baited you with the creepypasta Super Mario thing there, but I knew it would get your click, alright? You're here now. You might as well lock in, bro. I got some interesting shit to say. So in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the different common flavors of Team Fortress 2 customization you're going to run into, alright? And as a bonus, I'm going to throw in some notable figures you're going to be seeing using them, ideally. Notable to me. Notable is a stretch there. A lot of these people are pretty underground, but I take pride in knowing people that are kind of underground, okay? Check them out, please. Check out everybody in the description if you got time. Making a video about other people's game, I have to use other people's clips, including 2 of my buddies there. They're going to be the very top of the description. They sent me in some gameplay, gonna use that in this video. I think I'll have everything credited in the top right. I'm not really sure yet on that. You'll see it. You probably already seen it. Starting out, my personal favorite, this is what I use. This is what I take the most inspiration from. Stylemaxxers. Alright, that's not like an official title. I made that up on the go, but yeah, these guys, myself included, we like to make the game look as pretty as possible. We try to make the game look good, all right? It looks good on its own. Try to give it a little push over the edge. We're dressing up Grandpa. We're dressing up Grandpa Fortress in some Supreme gear and a snapback. We're gonna send him out into the world, try to get him to pick up some chicks. That's our goal here. And by pick up chicks, I mean show new people that this game is still worth playing. Showing new people this game at its peak performance, all right? I was doing this on my own before I ever found anyone else who made any sort of tutorial or anything. But a good example I found in my research here, if you want to start from nothing, there's a TF2 YouTuber by the name of Hendo.tf2. It's probably just Hendo. If you're close to him like that, like if you're buddies, I don't know this guy. I'm just shouting him out because I like what he does, and it's a pretty good talking point. This Hendo guy, mostly just short form content from what I've seen. I think I encountered him first on TikTok, not gonna lie. I was mindlessly scrolling. Some TF2 made my brain do a little pulse. He has all of his tutorials linked in his Discord. If you want your gameplay to look somewhat like this, all right? You want your game and your clips to look this sexy, this should be the path you take. All right. It mostly consists of skybox texture swaps, some first-person reanimations, and particle improvements. If you have a decent beefy PC, which I assume TF2 standards of beefy PC is not that hard to reach nowadays, depending on where you live in the world, you can run these extra flashy textures and animations with little to no impact on performance. You could argue I'm slaughtering the art style here. You could argue that. But with my gameplay, I try to keep it as stylized as possible. I honestly feel like when I watch my TF2 gameplay, I am the only person who could produce such a thing. Like, there are things that I do that I've self-taught myself over the hours I've played. And I feel like I play my own version of TF2. And that's kind of what prompted me to make this video. But, yeah. I try to keep it sticking to the original cartoony look of TF2. I don't really stray that far. I don't put anything crazy or 4K in there, like realistic textures. But at the end of the day, it's my game, my clips. Go f*** yourself. But with enough editing and combining of the demo recordings and reanimations, I think you can create a pretty cinematic version of the events that happen without ever learning Blender or SFM. I say learning, but torturing yourself would be a better description of that. I have attempted to learn that shit, staring at tutorials for hours on end, and I've gotten nowhere. I wasn't really gonna make a video on this until I saw this horribly, horribly underrated pastime montage by shears.tf. I'm only gonna play a few seconds of it here, because I want you guys to go check that out too. But oh my goodness. Under 1,000 views right now. It's a year old. This thing is incredible, dude. It's cinema. Absolute cinema. Chef's kiss. The camera work, the angles, oh my. He doesn't subscribe to the stylemaxxer modding methods I have been spouting off to here, but I think a combination of these two channel styles, the Hendo guy and the Shears guy, I think you could create some sort of
resonance cascade
of awesome content. I think that's where I come in. I think for the future of this channel, I will attempt to do something of that nature. I'm getting a little off track. I want to move on to another pretty common riced out version of TF2 you're going to run into. And I would argue this is the most common because of the substance of the clips. They almost always generate controversy, which is good because any sort of comment on your video, your clip, whether they're shit talking or dick riding you, that is good. It's good for your algorithms. It's good for all that stuff. This is coming from somebody with like 20 subscribers, alright? Don't listen to me about the algorithm, but I think that is true. Yeah, the next style of TF2 clips, you've all seen them. These are the performance maxers here.
They're catching up!
Roger, we need more speed! I gotta lighten this sucker up!
Just gonna stick with the Maxxer's name because my brain is some sort of stew of Team Fortress and Chud lingo. You will most likely see these guys playing Spy, Sniper, or Scout, okay? I don't know if there's any correlation there. I don't know if there's any sort of connection between being a good pick class and needing every ounce of gameplay to be at 300 FPS, but I wouldn't know. I suck at the video game, alright? These guys have amazing gameplay and insane clips, but the textures look like they're fucking from Minecraft or something, alright? A notable figure I can think of right now, he's up and coming. It's been insane to watch this guy grow. The Bunsty guy. Hello, Bunsty. No shots to this guy, dude. I really love his shit, and it's been really cool to watch him go from, like, nothing to completely blowing up on TikTok. People are actually looking into his TF2 shit. It's insane to watch that happen. Yeah, no shots to that guy. But if you want to do this to your game, he has a pretty good tutorial. It's only like 8 minutes long. You can pluck each individual petal from the brilliant rose that is Team Fortress 2's art style, alright? He's not the pinnacle of this style, but in his tutorial, he does go into the deeper depths of how you can fuck up what your game looks like. You can make this shit have like 4 colors. And I'm not one to judge, but I don't think these guys have to play like this, man. I don't think they have to. I think their PCs are good. Holy shit, that was so damn cool. Did you see that? He like shot the guy as he was fucking falling, and then they did like a Red Dead replay. Oh my, yes. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking. That's such a cool clip. But why is your game look like we're on a fighter jet or something, bro? You switch to the cinematic and there was good graphics, and then you're playing and it looks like something nobody else would ever want to touch. It's just, I feel like you're scaring people away from this game with that. You will almost always see some sort of dork in the comments. He'll be like, oh, I didn't know Team Fortress 2 was on the GameCube. Oh, I've seen that reply so many times, I want to vomit. This is not a TF2 boomer take or anything, alright? I'm sort of a new gen, if you really think about it. I was not there for the inception. I think these guys are hurting the longevity of the game. The game's already pretty longevited, but let's just say someone posts their 16-bit texture clip to TikTok, right? The video gets a decent amount of views. Maybe it gets 1 million views because of the awesome shit. People are commenting, people are liking, people are saving it, right? Anyone who doesn't know what Team Fortress 2 is and how customizable it is, they're gonna be like, oh, this 20-year-old game looks 40 years old. How do people still play this dog shit? And then we get slandered on fucking Twitter or something because we have old jokes and we play an old game or something like that. Look, but I digress. All press is good press. And if a TF2 clip gets 2 million clicks in the big 26, I could care less, dude. No hate to Bunsty either. I love that guy, man. I didn't really want to call him out. It's just a notable figure that I could think of off the top of my head here. Yeah, been really cool to watch that guy grow. He's probably watching this. I bet he's one of the judges. We haven't seen those yet. So yeah, in conclusion, there's many different flavors of Team Fortress 2 you will find in your travels. I know I only went over the 3 here, which are the polar opposite of each other, and 1 wild card. But if I went over every single HUD or reanimation mod pack, we would be here all day, man. I'm not trying to waste your time. I want to say again, I don't really care how you play the game. Whether you turn off all the cosmetics, you want a clean slate, pretend it's 2007 again, you run potato graphics, or you run TF2 with your RTX enabled with your fucking NVIDIA supercomputer. Alright? I don't care. I think it's just interesting to note how everyone you're playing with is seeing different shit at any given moment. And in the end, we're all on the same page here. We're all on the same side. We all love TF2. I think. Some of you guys might hate this shit. And if you do, we're not on the same side. Go fuck yourself. So thank you. Thank you for watching. I haven't really made any real videos like this. Like real in quotes. Any sort of tips or anything? Or thoughts? Maybe my demeanor? Anything like that would be helpful. I've got so many like peak ideas for TF2 content. I've just never really had any desire or outlet to make anything until this contest came around. Thank you, Lucid. Thank you, Lucid, bro. You got me off my ass. Got me to pull the dust off my microphone again. Yeah. This contest came around, gave me a deadline. I'm recording all of this a day before. A day before the contest. Because, dude, I kept getting in my own head. But yeah. I'll be linking the channels that I named and my 2 bros who gave me their gameplay clips. That's all I got, dudes. Hopefully, I make some of these ideas come true. I keep giving you guys TF2 content, and I'll see you around. Thank you. Peace out.